Everyone knows Scar from The Lion King, the lion with the scar across his face, who became the villain of the Pride Lands. But did you ever wonder how he got that iconic scar on his eye? Was it due to a fight with a buffalo, or was he trapped into getting bitten by a venomous snake? Disney tells us two different stories about how he got his scar, and today, I'll explain how I think both of them could have really happened. Long ago, Scar wasn't known as Scar at all. His name was actually Taka, which means garbage or waste in Swahili. This might give us a clue into how Taka felt about his place in the world, especially compared to his older brother, Mufasa. Because Mufasa's name means the opposite of Taka. It means king or ruler. Mufasa was strong, confident, and, most importantly, the future king of the Pride Lands. But Taka, he has been in the background since he was young. In the book, The Tale of Two Brothers, we learn that one day, Taka and Mufasa were supposed to go out hunting with their father, Ahadi, who was king of the Pride Lands at the time. But Ahadi had to deal with the hyenas, so he had to cancel at the last moment. Therefore, Taka suggested that he and Mufasa should go out hunting together. Mufasa saw it as fun, but Taka had other plans in mind. Luckily for Mufasa, Rafiki overheard them and didn't trust Taka's plans, so he secretly followed them. Taka and Mufasa went to a watering hole where a Cape buffalo named Boma was standing. But when Rafiki arrived, Taka was nowhere to be seen, and he asked Mufasa what he was doing, standing so close to the buffalo. Mufasa explained to him that if he could convince Boma to share his watering hole, the Pride Landers would be greatly helped. But at the moment Mufasa asked Boma, Taka appeared and roared at Boma, demanding him to share his water or face Mufasa in a combat. Boma charged at Mufasa, but Rafiki told him just in time to run, and together they ran off. By the time Mufasa and Rafiki shook Boma off and returned to the watering hole, they saw that Taka was under attack by another Cape buffalo. Mufasa bravely threw himself in and saved his injured brother, and Taka ended up with a scar across his eye. But what if this isn't the scar we see in the movies? We do read that Taka was chastised by his father after this event, who told him that the scar he had earned would serve as a reminder of his recklessness. Taka admitted that he set Mufasa up because he was angry that their father canceled their hunting plans. Ahadi reminded Taka that instead of hurting his family, he had nearly gotten himself killed. Though at first angry, Taka relented and asked to be called Scar from then on, according to the book. But Scar being Scar, I don't think he would let himself get humbled like that. As we see, he has always carried a bit of jealousy and evil, which makes sense to me if you get a name that means garbage or waste. And another reason I think this isn't the Scar we see in the movies is that they were really young when this fight took place. It could have been a little scratch that left a small scar that just faded over time. So let's get to another way Scar could have gotten his scar, according to the Lion Guard series. Because when we look at the Lion Guard, we see a flashback of how Scar got bitten by a snake when he is telling Ushari, an evil snake that was working for him, how he got his scar. This happened back in time when he was leader of the Lion Guard. It wasn't just an accident, it was a trap. Another lion, someone we don't know much about, but who clearly wanted to hurt Scar, back when Scar was probably still known as Taka, tricked him into danger. We get back to this trap later, but first, let's look at the face of this strange lion. Because we see that this other lion also has a scar on his eye, also known as the mark of evil. So this lion probably wanted to make Taka bad just like he was, so that they could rule together with evil. Because when we listen closely to what Scar says in the flashback, we hear that this other lion came up with the idea to take over the lead of the Pride Lands together. Taka, always feeling the desire to rule and be better than his brother, finds his idea interesting and follows him. But this strange lion set him up. He led him to a venomous cobra that bit his eye, which had left him with a scar across his eye. We later learn from Rafiki that this bite leaves venom that will make you lose control of seeing what is wrong and what's right, if the venom is left untreated. He tells us that when Kion, son of Mufasa and leader of the Lion Guard at that moment, got set up by Scar's evil spirit and was also bitten by a cobra. This was an attempt from Scar to make him evil like he was. But Kion had always been a good leader, with good intentions for the Pride Lands. So luckily, he was able to be healed. But Scar probably never got that treatment, because he became even more evil than he already was after the venomous snake bite. They probably didn't know back then that the venom had to be treated, or maybe someone did, but nobody took it seriously, because that is what we see when Taka told Mufasa about his adventure with the strange lion. And here is where it gets interesting, because we see that when Taka told Mufasa proudly how he sent the evil lion flying using the roar of the elders, which we will get to later, Mufasa just laughed at him and nicknamed him Scar. But why would Mufasa laugh at him? I think that Mufasa remembered the attack from when they were younger and thought it was funny that he got the same scar across his face again. It would make perfect sense, and both mentioned ways by Disney would be true. Because we have to assume Scar's snake bite was left untreated, so it wouldn't be possible for this scar to heal, which means this would be the Scar we see in the movies and in the Lion Guard series. The moment of the snake bite was also the moment when he truly started to turn evil. As we hear Scar say in the Lion Guard, the moment that Mufasa laughed at him was the moment Scar thought Mufasa shouldn't be king. He thought he should be the one and only ruler of the Pride Lands, so he destroyed his own Lion Guard using the roar of the elders, not realizing he would lose the roar by doing this. Because when the roar gets used for evil, you lose it. But it's important to remember that Scar didn't become evil just because of the snake bite. The snake bite made him worse, yes, but Scar already had flaws, because even though he had gotten an important role in the Pride Lands, being the leader of the Lion Guard, which means he was the leader of the protector of the Pride Lands, he still wanted more. He could have just been a great protector, but he still liked the idea of overthrowing Mufasa with this other strange lion. But even from the very beginning, we see the jealousy in Taka. Like the buffalo incident is a perfect example of when he couldn't control his jealousy. This is why, when we see Scar in The Lion King, he's already full of hatred. His scar is more than just a mark on his face. It represents all the pain, jealousy, and bitterness he had been holding on to for years. Scar's journey shows us how powerful emotions like envy can be. They can take over, turning someone who once had potential into someone who is willing to betray even their closest family. The scar he bears isn't just on his face, it's a reminder of the bitterness that scarred his heart forever. So, what do you think? Did both fights happen, or did Disney made a mistake? And is only one of the ways true? Would Scar's fate have been different if he didn't meet the strange lion? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our tribe. See you in the next one.